We all know that a book is a has a power to inspire, educate, and transform our thinking. So, our next segment will take us on the journey through the pages of a remarkable book. Please join me in welcoming distinguished Toastmaster Karthikeyan sir, who will share his book review. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Karthikeyan. The stage is yours.
Thank you. Good morning, friends. I'm more used to talking to people rather than names. So if you all can come on camera, whenever the network allows, it would be great. Because this is a story to be shared on a book review. I would be very happy if you come on the screen. Very good morning again. I think it was in the year 2001 or 2. I was working then in Singapore. So whenever I'm gloomy, I have this habit of going to the library, okay, the National Library. I mean, people have told that everything that you want to know in this world is already in paper, in words, that is in the form of books. So one such day, I casually entered the National Library. It is a 3-4 floor, one of the best library in the world, I would say. I was casually going around, and one of the book fascinated me. It is just because of the color, the yellow color that I like. So I went near the desk, I just picked it up. I just stood there for the next 2 hours, not even sitting. Next 2 hours, I just finished the book. You will be surprised when I introduce the book. The book is not that huge. But what made me to stand 2 hours today, I think you will do it for the next 30 minutes today. You will ponder upon and try to uncover you. That is the amount of impact it had on me. And it is none other than this book. Probably it is on the other side, but I'll share the book soon. I read a story in Ramakrishna, one of the Ramakrishna publication. What happened is one of the teenage boy, he was very inclined towards spiritual, and he was always telling his father, "I want to become a sannyasi." So he was reading some book, and then and he was taking the book and reading it. His father came from office, and he told, "See, you are the only son, and I don't want you to become a sannyasi." And he threw the book outside of the window. It landed on a person who was returning to home from his office. He picked up the book, went home, he went through, he got enlightened. The next day, he became a sannyasi. So that is the amount of impact this book has created on me. Whenever I'm gloomy, I just take a random page. It is like Bible, Christians would do, and I also do that. I have a Bible at home. Whenever I feel I need a message, I just open a book. So this is one such book. Let us deep dive into the book now. Let me share the screen. I have an online copy. So it is a 96-page book. It is full of illustrations. Do I have the share access?
Yes, sir. You have the co-host access.
Let me see. Right. Are you able to see?
No, we couldn't see actually. Yeah, now it is. Yes. Perfect.
Okay. So this is a very very short book, but with a lot of illustrations. And I want to tell you, this is written by an author called Trina, Paulus. She is still alive. She is 95 and going great. And this book has already been read to the school children, read to the MBA students. It has become a book for suicide prevention, and it has been used in many churches and MBA colleges. So that said, it is a very short story. I'll try to run through the whole story for you. So this book is about the caterpillar becoming a butterfly. And over a period, it talks about the psychology, it talks about the day-to-day life and whatnot. Not able to traverse to the next page. 1 minute. I bought this online version as well, just that I can use it for you. Something is wrong, it says. Let me relaunch it. 1 minute. I don't share, just stop sharing. Apologies. Just give me.
I hope all are awake and not groggy. I use the word one more time.
It is so happening that I'm taking you all to a groggy situation. I'm so sorry about that. It happens sometimes in life. So let me just, in the meantime, I'll try, but otherwise I'll go with the book and then I'll share the story with you. All right. So what happens is this is about two caterpillars telling their story, right? So once upon a time, there was a striped caterpillar which just burst out of the egg, and which it calls itself a home for a long time, right? So it came and said, it is a bright sun. Like we all come into this world, right? We all come into this world so bright to be in the sun. And what does the caterpillar do? The moment it comes out of the comes out of the egg, it starts eating the leaf and it grows so big. That is what this caterpillar did. And it got bigger and bigger and bigger. One day it stopped eating and thought there must be more to life than just eating and getting bigger. It's just getting dull. How many of you had got into this situation? Every 3 months, I used to get into this situation where I feel, what is this happening here? I'm just going to office, coming back, eating 3 times a day and sleeping. So I think this caterpillar also felt at some point of time, what is that is there? So Stripe, that is the name of this character, the caterpillar, it is he. So he came down on the friendly tree, which had shaded and fed him for many years. So he was seeking more. He was seeking more. And there were all sort of new things to find. Grass, dirt, holes, and tiny bugs. Each fascinated him, but nothing satisfied him. Can you relate? So we do this often, right? We are fascinated by many things. We buy a car, a bungalow, a flat in Jayanagar. It is all good. OMR Road, we have a maid, we have everything. But are we satisfied? I think Stripe is trying to tell a message here. That is what I felt. So he came down and then he saw the crawlers. They were also busy eating and they had no time to talk. As usual, we get lost in our crowd. They don't know any more about life than I do. He sighed. Yeah, we all think we are living a life of fullness. But is that true? Think about it. Then one day Stripe saw some crawlers really crawling. So the stripe, it was really crawling, and then it saw they were all heading to somewhere in a distance. And when he went there, he saw a caterpillar pillar. Everybody was crawling towards that pillar. Here, the analogy I could see is it is more about our corporate world. Everybody is running towards something, knowing what and where to go and what to reach. And this caterpillar pillar is full of caterpillars, and we are trying to reach the top. And our hero, Stripe, was also thinking, what is this? Maybe I'll find what I'm looking for here. He felt so excited. And then the Stripe asked the fellow crawler, do you know what's happening? The other caterpillar told, I just arrived myself. Nobody has time to explain. They are so busy trying to get wherever they are going up there. But what's at the top? No one knows that either. But it must be awfully good because everybody is rushing there. Goodbye, I have no more time. He plunged into the pile. So when you read the sentences, I was stuck here for many minutes. See, it tells us something. Everybody is running towards something, so we are running. It's like monkey see, monkey do. Most of the times, either in corporate or in personal life, we do just because others do. Are we doing something which we wanted to do? That's something that we need to ponder upon. So there is only one thing to do. That is what Stripe thought. And he pushed himself into that caterpillar pillar. So what happens? The first moments on the pile were a shock. Stripe was pushed, kicked, and stepped on from every direction. Obviously, you had gone through all the adults. You would have been pushed, you would have been kicked, you would have been stepped upon, on from every direction, every nook and corner, in whichever corporate or personal life you are in. No more fellow caterpillars. No more fellow caterpillars. It is all business. Stripe, actually thinking, they became only threats and obstacles for the Stripe, which he turned into steps and opportunities. The book is very nicely written. It is strewn with lot of simple, profound messages, I would say. A single line could make you ponder and reflect on to give a table topic speech or even a prepared speech, I would say. It was very good. So Stripe was trying to climb, and it is always whispering, what's at the top? Where are we going? Yeah, it happens to us as well. I don't know, but there is no time to think about it. And the caterpillar, it was just trying to move ahead, and in a moment of frustration, it was saying, I don't know, but there is no time to think about it. And that is where the another caterpillar, the yellow, comes into picture. Yellow is a she, and she said, it really isn't important. I was just wondering where we are going. So he was whispering aloud. See, and they were having a discussion. He says, how far we are from the top? How far we are from the top? See, I have this question. Maybe I had crossed 50. Okay. This question started, we call it midlife crisis. 45 years, I was thinking, did I achieve what I have to? At 50, I have the same question. Now I am 54 running, I have the same question. How far are we from the top? How far I am from my goal? How far? Do I have a house? Do I have the money of retirement? Do I have this, that? But how far? Oh, and then they said, since we are not at the bottom and not at the top, we must be in the middle. This is why I'm still clinging on to my corporate job, even after working for 32 years. Because I'm just thinking I am still in the middle, neither on the top, neither on the bottom. But Stripe had a new feeling. They started climbing again, right? And then it came a moment where Stripe had to step on the yellow to move ahead. And that is where Stripe had a little bit of hesitation. How can he step on someone I have just talked to? It is a very reflective moment. How can you step on a person whom you love just because you want to grow in corporate life or in your personal life? How can you step on your brother? How can you step on your close friend? So Stripe avoided yellow, but she couldn't. At some point of time, Stripe stepped on the yellow, and no matter what is up there, it is just worth. It is not worth it. Is what finally they decided, and they hugged together and they rolled down the caterpillar pillar. Actually, I have to show the illustration to make you enjoy the book reading, but then that did not become possible. But I'll take a minute later to introduce the illustration as well, but that gives you a very good feeling of reading the story. This book is popular because of the illustration that it has. So Yellow said, Stripe crawled off, and then Yellow Stripe whispered, I'm so sorry. And then finally they decided it is not going to be worth it, and they hugged together and then they rolled down the caterpillar pillar. And once they reached the bottom of the ground, and then finally they were on the side of caterpillar pillar. They crawled off into some fresh green grass to eat and take a nap. What is all life about, yaar? End of the day, my grandmother used to say, "Na, ella in the origin vaitukada, sapada." Whatever you do, whatever you think, end of the day, uh, on a philosophical note, and already da, whatever you do, because we just hear stories of Mercedes Benz, his son liked and his son died, and the Mercedes Benz was buried along with his son. How does it matter to anybody? It is all about eating, sleeping, sharing few words of love with your wife, spouse, your kid, taking care of them. That is all about life, isn't it? That is what Yellow and Stripe thought about this moment. But then there is still a story, right? So Yellow and Stripe, they ate, they grew fat and loved each other. They were so glad not to be fighting everybody every moment, because they are just two. It was heaven for a while. Heaven for a while. But as time passed, listen to this, even hugging each other seemed a little boring. Each knew every hair of the other. Each knew every hair of the other. I'll tell you a personal anecdote. See, it was 23rd anniversary of our wedding. So I was just thinking, suddenly flashed. So first year, I bought her a gold jewelry. Second year, a bouquet of roses. Third year, a watch. Fourth year, a kiss on the cheek. Fifth year, I said, you are there for me, I am there for you. What is there to give? Blah, blah, blah. So 23rd year, it came up. You see, you know each other fully. But then how can I renew my love? How can I love her for until my end of the life? Is it possible? Why is it not possible? How can I rejuvenate this particular relationship? This is what came to my mind. Each know every hair of the other. Sometimes it is boring, even with our parents and spouses. Stripe couldn't help wondering, there must be still more to life. And they decided, and somehow Stripe is convinced to go back to the caterpillar pillar, but Yellow did not. Yellow was thinking, no, I have to be here. But only for a while, and then Stripe went to the caterpillar pillar. It haunted it in the beginning, but the top remained clouded. And then he went, both of us were there, and 3 caterpillars smashed to the ground. 2 seemed dead, but 1 still wiggled. Stripe whispered, "What happened? Can I help?" He made out just a few words. The top. They'll see. Butterflies alone. The caterpillar died. Both were taken aback. Both were confused. They were very sober and quiet. What did this mysterious message mean? Had the caterpillars fallen from the very top? But then, I have to got to know, is what Stripe is saying. I must go on and find out. She wanted to, Yellow wanted to be with, as we all do, right? We all support our spouse's goal. She wanted to, but then she decided this is not for her. Somehow not sure, she couldn't believe what she is. Finally, with so much of hot sickness, she told no. And Stripe left her for his climb. So now we are on chapter 4. So until this time, it takes so much because there are very few words. If you see, the whole page has less than 3 or 4 lines of words. But then the illustration of this book is what matters. That is what I was trying, to do that. This is the caterpillar pillar. You see, it brings out so much of thoughtfulness in you. Then what happened? Our guy Stripe started climbing, and our lady Yellow, she became numb and she wandered away from everything familiar. So this is what we do, right? Whenever we are put in an uncomfortable situation, we wanted to get into unfamiliar zones. That is where you can uncover your hidden you. Get into an uncomfortable situation, get into unfamiliar. This is what I learned from this particular message. So one day, a gray-haired caterpillar hanging upside down like this, hanging upside down on a branch, surprised her. "You seem to be in trouble," Yellow asked. "Can I help you?" The caterpillar told, "No, my dear, I have to do this to become a butterfly. I have to do this to become a butterfly." Her whole insides leapt. Butterfly! That word, she thought. "Tell me, sir, what is a butterfly?" And this exactly is the turning point of this particular book. Hear this out with attention. It's what you are meant to become. It's what you are meant to become. It flies with beautiful wings and joins the earth to heaven. It drinks only nectar from the flowers and carries the seeds of love from one flower to another. "It can't be true," Yellow said. "How can I believe there is a butterfly inside you or me, when all I can see is a fuzzy worm?" We are all made as one. But then why we are so different? Why we are at different level? Why some are rich and some are poor? Why is very unkind and why some are very kind and lovable? Why does some people have empathy, some doesn't know the meaning of empathy? How can I believe there is a butterfly inside you and me? So, what looks like you will die? And then the discussion goes on. You have to read, but I'll keep it short. The most important statement here is what looks like you will die, but what's really you will still live. Life is changed but not taken away. Isn't that different from those who die without ever becoming butterflies? Very poignant statement it is. So it is showing how to make a cocoon, and then it just gets into the cocoon, the other caterpillar. And says, once you are a butterfly, you can really love, the kind of love that makes new life. It's better than all the hugging caterpillars can do. So somehow this butterfly is convinced, our yellow is convinced, and it also makes a cocoon like this. And what happens there with Stripe? Stripe is still confused, lost in this caterpillar pillar, right? It is just trying to somehow make it. Don't blame me if you don't succeed. It is a tough life. Just make up your mind. That is what this caterpillar is thinking, that the other caterpillar. And there was no communication. There were like one stripe, it was trying to move up, and it heard another caterpillar saying this, right? None of us can get any higher without getting rid of them. None of us, because everybody is crawling to the top, and you have to step on others, you have to pull somebody down. And then one of the crawler is saying, none of us can get any higher without getting rid of them. Don't we all do that? Then there is a promotion coming in. We try to do all the magic. Sir, do you need this? Can I stay back? I will do the work. I have done my master's. I'm doing this particular, I have taken additional task. Somehow we try to put others down to make ourselves great. We do that. Knowingly or unknowingly, we all get into the idea that that is okay to be. Right? That is okay to be. This is what corporate teaches us. I have seen this enough, right? We step on others, knowingly or unknowingly, and we are made to stop. Soon after, he felt tremendous pressure, right? So after some time, somebody is saying, see, it is not just our pillar. There are many caterpillar pillars. There are many caterpillar pillars like this. And look over there, another pillar, and there too, everyone. So actually he wanted to go down, but he feels ridiculous. And he also feels that yellow will laugh at him. What happens if he laughs at him? So slowly there were cries and commotions, and Stripe struggled to edge to see the cause, but nothing is happening. So when Strike was moving ahead, suddenly he saw something like this. A yellow creature coming there. This is a butterfly. What do you mean? You remember the 3 caterpillars dropped down and 2 were dead? One of the caterpillars saying there are butterflies alone. Could it be? This looks like yellow. Is it really yellow? Such impossible thoughts is what Stripe was saying. So he was, but he was very happy looking at it. But the creature was trying to tell something. You know, such a very amazing drawing. So I have read it so many times. I can see yellow smiling or yellow looking at the eyes. When it is written, looking into the creature's eyes, he could hardly bear the love he saw there. So it was filled with love. It was trying to tell something. So this time he decided he will come down. So he did not do anything. He was pushed, kicked, and finally he landed down. See, and then when he came down, Yellow was saying, see, we can fly, we can become butterflies. There is nothing at the top and it doesn't matter. So finally what happens is, there are a lot of pictures there, but I can tell you what happens. And one day, finally, he was down. And when he woke up, he saw the yellow creature wiggling around Stripe, and it was trying to tell a message. It flew to some place and came back. It flew to some place and came back. And the Stripe finally decided to let go of himself, his own thoughts. He followed yellow butterfly, and then there was another cocoon. And it was guiding to help Stripe build his own cocoon, and that is where he seemed to understand a bit. Somehow, this is a very, very good. There are only 2 lines in this page which says, somehow he knew what to do. There are times in life you feel helpless. There are times in life you feel dejected. You are down. You are lost. But then there is something that happens to you, like this meeting maybe, right? You had a lot of messages that was covered in the TMOD on the book. Somehow he knew what to do. Stripe climbed again. It got darker and darker, but then an yellow waited, and until one day, what happens is this. Yellow and stripe becomes butterflies. And this is the end of it. Is this the end? Do you think is this the end?
No, it is the beginning of the another version.
Amazing. You have just got into the story or the beginning. Do you see yourself in this caterpillar pillar?
Yes.
Yes, I see myself. Maybe not as a crawling, but somewhere here. We 19 of us are just hanging around in different positions. Maybe we are in cocoon, maybe we are still a caterpillar, or we have evolved as a butterfly. But then just reflect upon it. What is that you can do to come out of your cocoon and become a butterfly? And then make life so much jubilant and colorful and lovely like this butterfly garden. We are born to be butterflies, but why are we still a caterpillar? Why are we still in our cocoon? And in the next meeting, when I try to reread this book, I'll share the online copy because I bought it in Kindle. You can download a copy, but it doesn't make sense because a story of this nature should be bought and read. So that's why I bought this original hard copy. It is available in Amazon. And I have read this book to my corporate 2 times and outside also Toastmasters Club. Every time I do, I again become a caterpillar and I become a butterfly again. I uncover myself every time I do this. Not only this book, there are many books. You see behind my shelf, I have books which I have read 25%, 5%, 10%. But there is a moment that will happen in your life when the book will find you. You will find yourself in that book. And hope this message takes you and makes you a person who starts reading books and loving books. With this message, வாசிப்பை நேசிப்போம். வாசிப்பை நேசிப்போம். வாசிப்புதான் ஒரு மனிதனை ஒரு மனிதனாக்கும் என்பதில் எந்த சந்தேகமும் இல்லை. Books make humans humane. With this, I sign off and I encourage you to read this book. Anytime, anything that you have a thought, please call me and share your thoughts. I'll be more than happy to share a lot of personal stories that I relate with. I want to know that I can share to the rest of the world. Thank you so much and love you all.